Blog Talk Radio. Welcome to Take-Two Radio. We are pleased to bring you interviews with people in the entertainment and music industry, discussions and recaps of the 4 remaining daytime soaps. That's The Bold and the Beautiful, The Young and the Restless, General Hospital, and Days of Our Lives, as well as various other shows. For upcoming and previous shows, check take2radio.com. That's with the number 2. And you can find us on Blog Talk Radio, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and other streaming apps. Follow us on social media at Take-Two Radio, and thanks for listening.
Hey, good evening, everyone. This is David from Take-Two Radio Soaps and Review. I'm filling in for Pam as host tonight. And with me, I have the guys, my friend Anthony.
Hey, hey, hey.
And we have Vinny.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Vinny. And there's our girl that's just coming in. Candace, is that you?
What up?
What up?
And I'm thinking Carolyn was joining us tonight because she shared everything. So,
well, we will
hope
see. I hope she makes it too.
I hope.
Oh. All right. David has kindly allowed me to start this night off. A couple of weeks ago when we last met, I had said that I had some major stuff that I wanted to share on our next show, and I was going to share that Walt Willie was going to pop back to General Hospital for some episodes. And then I was going to tease you guys with another announcement and say that although, we won't be breaking it on air, look out next Monday which would be today, for a cool announcement because we're getting someone for a few episodes from our other ABC favorite. And you all saw the news today, didn't you, folks?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yep.
We did.
Well, hold on to your hats because next week there'll be one more announcement, and it is a really, really interesting one, and it is back another person from Pine Valley. So hold on to your hats, folks. There's another one coming.
Another one.
Another
Pine
one.
Valley.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, Young and the Restless, I guess they don't want to be outdone in their anniversary year as well. So there are 2 more big ones coming for fall sweeps. Candace, do you have any intel?
I don't know nothing. I don't know. I know nothing. I know nothing.
Well,
Look, I see nothing. I ain't saying nothing until next week.
I will give one.
Next
I have
Wednesday.
been given permission to give one spoiler. So, and it's not JP. Think about Victoria's past. Okay.
Wait. On GH?
No. That's the Young and the Restless has 2.
We're on Young and the Restless, and we're thinking about
they have
Victoria's.
2 announcements that are coming up soon with big returns for fall sweeps. Yep.
And it has to do with Victoria?
I actually saw this person, too.
One of them has to do with Victoria, yes.
Mm.
We're going to get that announcement next week.
All right.
This person looked really good, too.
So,
Candace, is there any news on the daytime Emmys?
Nothing.
Nothing, huh?
So let me kind of give y'all what's happening here. So as some of you guys may or may not have heard, I went to California a couple of weeks ago. Yes, I hogged up with the rich and famous. Yes, I did. That was the big talk of the whole weekend is what, because they now have moved the Primetime Emmys, which was supposed to take place next month, to January, God willing. At this point with the Daytime Emmys, the window is really short right now. Because I heard a lot of people saying, well, could they combine the award ceremonies? Could they do all that? They could have. But considering that we're about to round out the calendar year for the next submission, most likely, and this is just my opinion, I think they're just going to announce it on the website and do like little videos of the speeches and stuff. I know. Trust me, you guys. I know. This was the 50th anniversary of the Daytime Emmys. You guys know that if you ask anybody, I'm the cheerleader for the Daytime Emmys on television, and it sucks that we're in a strike, 116 days, the writer strike.
Yeah.
Can we? I mean, I know y'all talking, but can we get to a resolution now?
I think they're supposed to talk tomorrow.
Well, they've been talking for the last couple of weeks. And there's some people, now I'm going to be nice, but there's some people, y'all need to stop talking, okay? I'm just saying. I ain't saying y'all names because I'm respectful. But some of y'all need to going to talk about some more money. Y'all need to pay the writers. Anyway. But nothing set in stone yet. So that's what we're thinking because now we're into, you might as well, this week we're going into September. That leaves October, November, December. So I don't think we're going to have a big production this year, which is sucks.
The last interview announcement that I saw, they had said if there was a resolution by early September, they could do something in November.
Yeah.
But then I never heard. That was I don't know, almost a month ago.
That was about 7 weeks ago.
Yeah, so and I never heard anything else. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, Vinny's back with us. Vinny, where do you want to start tonight? Which of the shows you want to go with?
Well, before I get to the shows, I do want to make a comment about the Daytime Emmys. Back in July, not only the Suds in the Squared Circle teamed up with a couple other podcasts to do the Sudsy Awards, so that is on our YouTube page. But my thought is, why do they need the writers for the Daytime Emmy Awards? I mean, aren't these people well enough versed? Aren't these people well enough versed to ad-lib?
That's the problem.
It's contractual first and foremost.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
It's contractual first and foremost, and there's, years ago, we're talking late 70s, early 80s, the award shows were done a little bit differently, and, the things that people have said and done, that's another reason why the writers are very important.
Right.
To keep the show in a certain tone and mode.
All right, well, that makes sense. Go on.
And not only that, is because it is the anniversary, there's a lot of segments that you can't ad-lib. You can't ad-lib, General Hospital's 60th anniversary. Trust me, we tried.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
Like the 50th, those who have left us, and stuff like that. Because here's the thing. A lot of people kept saying, well, if the Tonys could do it, the Daytime Emmys could do it. But here's the thing. The Tony Awards was musical based. Like they were singing, they were dancing, they was like da 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 da. The Daytime Emmys, you can't do that, And again, let's be real for a second. We all know some of these daytime actors and talk show hosts and everything. They have no filter. They have no filter at all. You get somebody up on stage, right? and the first thing is they're going to be like, so General Hospital celebrated 60 years. But shout out to all my children, One Life to Live, who got canceled because of it. Like, you know, somebody's going to do it. You know, somebody's.
Yeah, you got to keep them in line then.
Yeah, and you got to have a time limit. Like, okay, 2 minutes, wrap it up, folks. Okay, 3 minutes. Okay, we got a 3-minute segment. Why y'all doing 10-minute segments? Come on now. So, yeah, I mean, and I don't want it to be thrown together. This is, for me, again, this is the milestone year. 50 years of the Daytime Emmys, right? We're celebrating anniversaries. Susan Lucci's getting her second Emmy Award. Come on now. I need a show. I need a show live from Radio City. Oh, we're not in Radio City Music Hall. I'm sorry. It was going to be in Pasadena, California. I'm sorry. Not bad. I got excited there for a second. Can we bring it back to New York? I'm just asking for a couple of people. Just asking. What's up, NASA? Can y'all bring it back to New York? I'm asking. I'm really asking. Like, I'm asking on the show. That's what they should have had the 50th anniversary at, was Radio City Music Hall in New York, the birthplace of daytime. But they don't listen to me. I'm just one voice.
They should listen to you.
Thank you. I agree. I should be running the Emmy Awards. Hosted by Candace. Hi.
All right. So let's let Vinny pick which show we're going to start with tonight.
All right, so why don't we start with Days? I mean, we do have some sad news for Days fans, where you know, a Days alum, Arlene Sorkin, passed away late last week, and it seems like last week was almost a week for sadness, not only in the soap opera realm, but also in the wrestling realm as well, as we lost not only a WWE Hall of Famer, but also a WWE superstar in almost the prime of his career. Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt both passed away within a day of each other last year, and then Arlene Sorkin the next day after.
And don't forget Bob
Barker as well.
Bob Barker,
Bob Barker.
Okay.
Yep. The one good thing about Bob Barker is that he made it as close to 100 without going over.
That has been the joke of the week.
That's
like,
it has. I know. It's corny.
And he died on National International Dog Day. So have your pets sprayed or neutered.
Absolutely.
Help control the population, baby.
Right. He has now entered the big showcase in the sky.
Yes, he has.
That is very true.
With Roddy Rod. Ladies and gentlemen, the star of Price is Right, Bob Barker.
He was such a part of so many people's. For me, like every time, you know, when we had breaks, when we were home from school and everything, I loved The Price is Right. It was noisy. It was fun. People jumped up and down. Some people in costumes, and it was. He's like he's like Miss Molly from Romper Room. He's part of my growing up.
Yeah, and you know, with The Price is Right and Family Feud, those were back to back every weekday morning. So if we had a day off of school or we were sick, that's exactly what would be on. The man was a legend.
I mean, think about this. He did something that certain people can do, is reach like over 4 generations. Really think about it. He tapped into, obviously Happy Gilmore. That was a big thing. How I Met Your Mother. He did The Nanny. He did like guest appearances here and there. But he also
was on WWE Raw as well.
Oh yeah, and you know, I was thinking about that. I was like, "Woo, WWE, you guys are having a hard week. Like you lost 3 people." But also, you know, he was back to back on Bold and Beautiful. And it's funny because I think everybody remembers the one, but you know, again, thanks to some of us. We posted the 2002 clip of when Amber, Deacon, and Rick was talking to Bob, and Amber was freaking out. But, of course, we all remember when he punched Wyatt. And, you know, Scott Kirsten and Darian Brooks, they posted. But, you know, like I said, you know, when I heard about Bob Barker, it literally was the end of an era. Because you're right.
Mm-hmm.
For some of us, the way that we got started with certain CBS soaps was, Price is Right was first. You know, you had a bowl of chicken noodle soup with some crackers. You had a ginger ale. You stayed there and you was trying to make sure you got the price right. You always bid $1. You always bid $1, okay, folks? No matter what anybody told you, you bid $1, okay? All right, just
yep.
But that was the kickoff. And then, you know, your local news, then Young and the Restless, Capital / Bold and Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You okay, David? Well, I'll make sure everybody's safe here. Because I know storms are coming in certain areas. Here's your weather update.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a little worried in Miami, but we've battened down the hatches, and we'll see what happens.
Right. So, okay. So, again, our thoughts and prayers goes out to the CBS family, as well as, he did choose some consequences, too. So, for those who really want to know, but it is the end of an era. I don't know if the Price is Right, the price, are going to do anything, but hopefully they do something. Where Arlene, look, DC Comics fans, you want to know how soap operas made an impact on this? All we got to say is 1987, Days of Our Lives. Take a look at the clip, because that clip created Harley Quinn, and they wanted her to do the voice. And not only that, some of you guys may not know her from Days of Our Lives. Okay, we get it, because it was,
I do.
Some of you guys probably remember her being one of the first hosts of America's, Funniest Home Videos with
Funniest Videos?
Yes, with Uncle Joey. Dave Coulion.
Oh, America's Funniest People with Dave Coulion.
Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She was on there. And then, of course, we all know Batman, so, just saying. She left a legacy. That's a legacy. I wish they would have... she came back, in 2000... Was it 2010?
Eight. I think it was 8.
Okay. But I just wish they would have brought her back, so... And, of course, like you said, Terry Funk, Bray Wyatt, That
was a hard one. Was a hard one.
Yeah, the Bray Wyatt one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but, again, Jeans is, their creativity their legacy will live on forever, obviously. And on Days of Our Lives, now, side note, real quick, if you woke up this morning, and you saw Days of Our Lives, this was, Anthony, I don't know if you know about the scandal that happened this morning with Days of Our Lives.
I do. I was telling Vinny before we got on.
Okay.
Vinny didn't know.
So for those who woke up at 6:05, like I was already up, okay, and you turn on Peacock, you kind of was confused, and there's a reason.
I was.
I don't know who we're blaming, pointing fingers at, but get ready, Anthony. Get ready. Here's the biggest twist. Here's the biggest twist of the soap. Okay, they accidentally put on next Monday's episode.
Yeah.
It was
okay.
Mondays?
Wow.
I thought it was this Fridays.
No, it was next Monday.
Oh, okay. So they must have changed it later on when they figured out their mistake. Because when I watched it,
how long was it up
in the
for?
Afternoon.
They took it down. I remember hearing they took it down
real quick.
But I haven't been able to get back on Peacock to see today the actual one. So
they put it up late, though. They did put up today's episode late. But if you want to know what happened, then if you were lucky to see what happened next Monday, because I was like this, I literally turned it on, and all I heard was, because in case y'all don't know, Jen Lilly is coming back. Jen Lilly gave an interview. She was back today. Yeah, she was back today, and I was like this. I was like, well, now I knew she was coming back this week, right?
Yeah,
I knew she was coming back this week, and then all of a sudden I turned. I was like. And there were some other things that I was just like, wait, did I miss something? Did I miss an episode? I was like, I was like, there's Dick Van Dyke. I was like, wait, who?
Yeah.
I was like, I must have blanked on something. And then we found out that it's, because they also had Rachel Melvey, who Chelsea's coming back.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
That was.
Wonderful surprise on that. She actually thought. Now I found out via her social media, because she thought the news had already came out, and it didn't. So, this is what happens. But no.
Yeah.
So we got next Monday. So just to let everybody know, next Monday is Labor Day. Don't worry, Days of Our Lives, because they're on Peacock, you don't have to miss a day. But apparently some of us thought we did. So there you go. But anyway, back to Days of Our Lives. Go ahead, Vinny. I had to do that, so go ahead.
No, not a problem at all. I didn't know. I got up because I worked overnight last night, so I got up at 1 o'clock this afternoon. When I went to go watch it, it was fine. Then I'm just scrolling through X and I see that Days is trending, and I'm like, uh-oh, what happened now? And then I was filled in on the problem. But anyways, I have to say that this week for Days of Our Lives was actually filled with a lot, especially towards the end of the week, which we saw what that was about today with today's episode. But I really feel bad for Sloane. The fact that, she lost her baby, and, with the fact that now she's, they're showing that she's got an autoimmune disease. I feel really bad for her. I thought that she was on maybe they're still working on the redemption route for her. But I really felt bad.
Well, this is the redemption route for her. Right, Candace?
Yeah, sure. Okay. I like Sloane. Let me preface this right now. I'm still feeling a certain type of way about her losing that baby, because now this is Eric's second baby that he's lost. That was not with Nicole. Okay? I'm still feeling a certain type of way about I'm really, because, Days, I need you to sit me down and help me out. So, Jada was one thing, but then you have Sloane lose a baby. So nobody else can get knocked up by Eric except for Nicole. And before everybody come at me, I like Eric and Nicole, okay? I like EJ and Nicole. But I'm having a problem of, so you got rid of Jada and Eric's baby, okay. You now had Sloane lose this baby. So Nicole's the only one. And I'm like, With Sloane, I joke all the time and say she is Sammy 2.0 because I see some of Sammy qualities in her. Yes. I do feel as though they threw this curve of her having this illness to kind of make her more, for us to feel more sympathetic.
Uh-huh.
Because to me, she could have been the next Vixen. She could have been baby Sammy while we don't have Sammy there, because she has Nicole's number. She really does. But this is where, and don't worry, because when we get to General Hospital, I got a lot of stuff to say about this too, is that you're trying to make the audience feel so bad for her. You're like, oh, gosh. Forget the fact that, look, I am definitely forgetting that Colin's her brother, okay? Trust and believe that.
Yeah.
But it's like, you see what I'm saying? But I'm just like, okay, you need to make sure that this character, first and foremost, I love her interactions with the people that she deals with. But this, to me, was not the greatest choice to make. Because now I'm questioning, okay, where's Sloane's mindset going to be? And I can already see, I feel it in my bones, I feel it in my soul, she's going to lie about still being pregnant. So I'm just like, oh, okay.
So I'm going to jump
stuff.
back in. I'm going to jump back in here because I'm probably going to agree with you in General Hospital too. And this really does go out to all 4 of the shows at this point now. When you have someone who is catching on as the good, the good wicked witch of the West, so to speak, let's, take the W out and insert a B. When you've got that momentum going and it's strong, you know what? Find another plot point to play off of. This whole, we're going to redeem the character, we're going to redeem the bitch, excuse my language, but so that we can milk that second round out of Gwen. How many times, Dave, have you taken, oh, my God, let's learn the lesson of Kristen. Because at some point, you're going to make her go back or you're going to have to make her insane. Because once we love her and we feel that she's redeemed, then there's going to be nothing left to do with her except to let her go crazy. You can find other plot points. Look at Alexis Colby from nighttime. Look at someone like Abby on Knots Landing. You can find other plot points for these vixens and keep them in the character. We don't have to redeem every single one of them. Vinny, what else?
Well, I mean, just kind of playing off of that, I agree that you should have villainesses or vixens. I agree. And I thought that Sloan was going in that direction as well. But what I feel is nowadays it's almost automatic where you almost have to give everybody a redemption. And I agree that you don't have to in terms of you need baby faces and heels. You need good and bad to balance everything out. But it almost seems like nobody wants to have people hated anymore in any realm of entertainment. Like, you don't want to have anybody that's actually hated. That's why there's so many redemptions. And they really want to have people get behind someone to say, oh, well, she's a bad person at times, and everybody's got those shades of gray, but she's also human. So, unfortunately, you just have that. You have that mentality with a lot of writers now.
But there are great ways to show that they're human. Take a look at a character like Dorian Lord, okay? There are great ways to show that she's human without having to destroy or break her so that she can suddenly be, loved. And
I agree.
And, they can find redemption for her. Let her be a bitch for a long time. Let her humanness come out, and they can find redemption through longevity. Right? It's this instant gratification, we're stuck in certain storylines which drag on forever because they can't figure out where they want to go with them. But then they immediately, once we get to that boiling point, and we didn't even get there with Sloan. Sloan wasn't even mega bitch yet, but the potential was there, and she's so good when when she's in her sultry bitch mode. Either one of those two, she's so good. And when you have that talent, use it. Let's not break her so we could turn her into the femme fatale. And of course, which man is going to be the one that she cries on their shoulder and he carries her up the stairs when she's weak and can't walk. That's the story we're going to get. David, what do you think?
Yeah, she's on her way, but she's new and she's fresh, and she needs a lot more layers for us to probably care a little more.
Another sidebar point, not sidebar, a different direction point that is totally on point as well. Again, General Hospital, we're going to talk about being invested in certain characters and being able to invest in a major storyline like that. She had so much more bitch potential that would have been so fun to watch play out.
Mm-hmm.
I do like watching her.
Yeah.
She's fresh.
Well, I have to jump in here. Thank you, Days of Our Lives, for bringing back Jean-Paul Lavoisier. And, of course, I love the other Vivians. Shout out to, Dorian Lord, a.k.a. I love
and don't forget
other,
Linda Dano.
And Linda Dano, yes. I love the other Vivians. But, oh, my God, our Louise.
Yeah, Louise.
She's like the
God
Tracy Quartermain in days.
Love her.
Candace, what else is capturing your attention in Salem?
Whew. I mean, let's see, what else? Okay. You know what? Okay. It's not capturing me the right way that I think Dave was trying to make the audience feel. But I have something to say about this whole Talia, Johnny, Chanel stuff. Okay. Dave, hi. I'm Candace. I've been a fan of yours since the 90s. I don't know who. I don't know if it's unemployment guy. I don't know if it's Ron. I don't know who it is. Ken, maybe it's you. This is not working. And you need to stop. Okay?
I don't think
Talia. Let me
Talia.
Let me tell you a story. Yeah, let me tell you a story about Talia. Okay. Y'all had this girl and you know what? I can't even say this was the worst. No, yeah, it was tied for the worst. Because the other one was the Craig Nancy Leo. We'll talk about that later. But you brought her on as a victim of emotional, physical assault, okay? And I'm so glad that was brought up, okay? Because not every relationship is a physical assault. It's emotional damage, okay?
Yep.
However, then you go ahead and you have this little girl who is poisoning people, who is doing A, B, C, D, F, G. Oh, all is forgiven. She could be a doctor now at the hospital. Kayla, girl, I need to revoke you. I need to revoke you. Who is in charge? Who is the chief of staff over there? I need to talk to them. Because when Kayla said, well, everybody has done something, but we all have been forgiven.
Girl, she did it 20 minutes ago. People have to,
Yeah. I'm like, hold up. So if we're going to go by that, then everybody on all these soaps get to have their jobs and their wives and husbands and stuff like that. So then Talia's like, I'm a doctor again. But I love Chanel. Dave, let me break it down to you. And I do not want anybody to get offended for what I'm about to say. Y'all know I speak the truth. I love everybody. I'm an ally. Y'all know this. Dave, stop doing this. Because I feel as though this is your safety net. You take a look at what you've done with Leo and reevaluate yourself with that. With Talia and Chanel, look, y'all tried it with Allie. It didn't click. What clicked was something that you were surprised yourselves at Dave. I know you were. It's with the popularity and the chemistry between between Chanel and Johnny. Wow.
Yeah, they have tremendous chemistry.
They have and see, again, you didn't see that coming. Because here's the thing, Chanel is that girl. Chanel is that girl.
Yep.
She had Xander, she had Allie, she had Johnny. But this whole Talia thing, I just feel as though, like, sometimes on soaps, there's characters that can work if you allow the time to focus on the character. Not just have the character dangle until you figure out how to really use them, how to utilize them. Because, and I said this, a couple of times, Colin and Talia aren't even supposed to be here. Now, here's the thing. No offense to the actors, but the character, Colin, let me ask a question. Y'all miss Colin?
No.
Thank you. Do you think by the end of the year people are going to remember him?
No.
Nope, probably not.
Do you remember him? Even if I had to tell you who he was, like that's what I'm saying. Like with Talia,
I had to think about it. So.
Right. Like the fact is that okay, you connected Colin to Salome. Salome is an upcoming character that we're interested in because y'all figured her patterns. You figured it out before she dangled. With Talia, okay, she's Jada's sister.
Mhm.
Okay. That's great and all. That's wonderful. I'm glad that she's Jada's sister. But what else we got? What else? Because clearly y'all had something set up for Colin and her. But what else is there? Outside of her being a doctor, somebody who poisoned the whole town, and Jada's sister who got locked up and then let go, what else do you have for Talia?
Nothing. That's it.
That's it. You're going to have her on this canvas to get, quote-unquote, her low-key, it's already started. She's a doctor now. So now what are you going to put her in? What orbit?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, she went and, tarnished the reputation of Chanel. She went after Paulina, all because of Colin. And yet my thing is that you're right. No, she's not being held accountable, and I understand being in an emotionally abusive relationship and all that, but that doesn't mean that you're just automatically forgiven. And for Chanel to just be like, okay, well, let's be friends, let's try it again and see how this, and then she's offered a job as a doctor again. Like, to me, that's all. I mean, I'm able to suspend disbelief, but even that's a little too much for me to go and suspend my disbelief on. It's almost like they brought Colin and Talia in, and because the fans like Talia so much, they wanted to keep her around, and now they just don't know what to do with her. And
we gotta remember
they want us to forget. They want us to concentrate on yet another obstacle to Chanel and Johnny. So if we focus on that for a while, we're going to forget for the most part that, she blinked and sneezed and was a doctor again. I mean, shouldn't there have been some psychological evaluations, all that kind of stuff? And again, we suspend belief, but, literally it was 20 minutes ago. It was 3 or 4 shows ago. You were still crazy. Now you're a doctor. So they're using her to be the foil between Chanel and Johnny again because we need that angst. It didn't work with Allie, and we need that angst. We need to have her figure out that, she is more inclined to Johnny than she is to all the other hot women that are thrown in her area. And then at that point, we're going to be stuck again with, what do we do with Talia? Oh, let me think. She's going to suddenly focus up on somebody like Eric.
Trip.
Oh, Trip's a good one, actually. Yeah, Trip. Trip's a better one, actually.
If they invest in him a little bit more, but that's just my opinion.
I got one more.
Go ahead.
I'm so sorry. But what have they done with Leo?
I told you.
A year ago, he was the most dynamic character on all 4 shows. What
now
have they done with him?
He's a patsy.
They paired him up in a story. Okay. Leo is that type of character that you can drop in and out every 6 months. He comes in, stirs the pot, rolls out. You see him on Beyond Salem, and you're like, it's Leo, okay, because, I still love that, by the way, how they did Leo with all of them, right? But they kept him, they kept him like Leo. I'm going to tell you the exact moment.
He's become the fool. He has become the complete fool. And here's the thing. You can go from fool to, master con artist. It never, ever happens the other way around. You see, they've made him a complete fool.
I'm going to tell you when it happened, Anthony. I can tell you when the destruction of Leo happened. Last year with the Craig and Nancy stuff.
Yeah.
About. Yeah.
I mean,
pretty much.
That's when the way they wrote Leo towards Nancy.
It was that moment where they teased us with, are we going to try to redeem Leo? And that whole scene sitting there with Craig at the table when they said goodbye. You're right.
And also what he did to Sonny again. That could have gone in a better direction. They had it for a moment. And they dropped it. And you know what, though? I lied. I said there was one more, but there's actually two. Okay, Ron and friends, come close. Come close to the speaker. Unemployment guy, you can't listen.
Okay. You have Harris. Either mingle him in and give him some other time and get him up in, or let him go.
Exactly.
He is not doing it for us. And
no, it's a round peg in a square hole.
Yeah. No, I honestly think the character, if they mix it up, if they gave him something to do in town, if they gave him actually something to interact with other people, I think we could actually see Harris grow into a character. Having said that, I don't think that's going to happen. Let him go so that we can get what we need on General Hospital.
Do you think?
Go ahead.
Do you think he has it to? He and Tamara can do it again?
No. I know what they're going for there, but it's not working. It's not. Honestly, I would like to see him mix it up with Sloan a little bit and mix it up with Nicole a little bit. I'd like to see the chemistry between the two of them. Don't throw him in there immediately to shake up relationships. Make it a slow burn. Let us see some chemistry. Let us see where it goes. And maybe there'll be a surprise chemistry with somebody else that I'm not even thinking of at the moment. But, let's throw him around a little bit and actually give him stuff to do, or let him go. Because it's boring.
Anthony and Candace and Vinny.
Mm-hmm.
I posed a question to Anthony 2 weeks ago, and about a rumor that was going around that they were going to write off Gwen, and then Emily was going to take over the role of Teresa. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. Were you able to follow anything up?
It is. Generally did an interview.
Yeah.
So let me speak on about this Harris thing. Okay, Days of Our Lives. It's okay. This is a throwback to how networks used to do certain things. Okay, because right now I know Anthony is in my head, so he should know when I say the promo that NBC did with the ABC people. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And after years, we had the whole General Hospital, Young and the Restless war, right? Because you would see General Hospital stars on Young and the Restless and Young and the Restless stars on General Hospital. Yeah. It was juicy. It was like, oh my God, Jeannie Francis is on Young and the Restless. Oh my God, Stephen.
Oh yeah.
Days of Our Lives did that because look, we all know what happened at General Hospital with two people. One kept his mouth shut. The other one ran his mouth, okay?
Right.
And the thing is that when Steve Burton went over to Days of Our Lives, look, Days had their freaking flag held high saying, come watch us, must-see TV. We got Steve Burton here, baby.
And that's the only reason why I started watching it. Honestly, that's why I started watching it.
Look, my whole thing is that I love the fact that they, like Beyond Salem was that show where they can bring back past characters and entwine them with current story and current characters. So the fact that they brought Steve Burton on from that was his first role, but everybody knows him as Jason, right, or Dylan McAvoy, depending on which when you start watching him, right? Okay, or Evie's boyfriend on Out of This World, syndicated. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, okay, you had something going good on Beyond Salem. As soon as you transfer him over to the mothership, you should already have his story arc already planned. And I feel as though, and I feel as though, and I'm going to be honest, I think some of us start to rethink some things because of Unemployment Guy. I will not say his name on the show anymore. I'm just calling him Unemployment Guy, okay? Y'all know who I'm talking about. I feel as though he's had a hand in certain decisions and also the way that certain storylines have been crafted by Ron. With that being said, I'm not letting Ron off the hook, by the way. I'm just letting you know. But at the same time, you need to figure something out because you can't keep saying, we got Steve Burton on our show. You need to say,
and
we got Steve Burton.
with him.
Right. Like, okay, he has the Emmy nomination. Okay. But you still need to do something. Now, here's the thing. Was I happy to see him and Tamara Braun together again? Hell yes, I was. Because I like their I ain't going to lie. I love their dynamic. I always like their dynamic. But here's the problem, Dave. First and foremost, you could have been shady and promoted the crap out of that. And I'm sorry, GH fans, come at me. But you know darn good well, if you go on YouTube, Days did it to General Hospital. So Days could have redid it was like, once upon a time in another town, they were tight. They were close. Come watch what happens on Days of Our Lives as Tamara Braun and Steve Burton. And give us a team, darn it. But I feel as though you're not doing anything, and you're going to need to figure something out because, I mean, look, I know everybody's like saying for him to come back over to General Hospital. At this point, no, I do not want him back over there. And I'll tell you why when we get to GH, when we get to that segment. But to me, y'all really need to figure something out because I was one of those people who was like, y'all going to figure it out. You guys are going to do something good with Steve Burton. You got Todd, and I thought when they had Eve, at first I thought Charlotte Ross was coming back. No offense, Cassie. Girl, I love you. But I was like, are they going
to have Charlotte?
Yeah,
it really would have been.
It would have been.
Right, like to me, because that's who Steve works with. But with Cassie DePaiva and with Tamara, you could have something there. There's something, I saw something, but it didn't add up. Y'all didn't sync it up. So I'm going to say by the end of this year now, I'm giving it to the end of this year, y'all have to figure out what Harris' purpose is. Because it's not Hope. Unless y'all going to give me Ava and unless you're going to give me Ava and Harris, which I wouldn't mind. Or I don't know.
I would like Harris and Ava if they could actually make it work. But you know they're not going to, and I think the balloon already popped on that. What I would have really loved to have seen, and just think about it for a minute before you respond. As the whole boat and all of that fell into place, and Harris had a choice to make, I would have loved to see him take a look at Belle, and Belle take a look at him, and that be the start of chemistry. It would have thrown him in EJ's, or that would have cemented a story.
Oh, with Belle, yes.
Yeah. But now, that ship has sailed too. I think
because of Martha.
Throw him in and play him off of Sloan, play him off of Nicole. Give him a job. I don't know. Give him some. Let him play off a few people and let the chemistry tell us where the story's going to go.
Good point.
Now, Candace, what did you think about David's question?
Okay, what was the question again? I'm sorry, David.
Emily, Teresa, Jen Lilly.
Okay, so Jen Lilly did an interview. Okay.
Right.
Oh boy, Unemployment Guy screwed this up. So they had a 12-week story arc for Teresa. Spoiler alert, okay?
Right.
And unfortunately, Jen was not available, but she was going to try to work it out and whatnot. So when she got a script and then she was going to come in, she thought whatnot. They was like, oh, no, we got another actress on set already playing your role. They didn't even tell her she got recasted.
They didn't tell her?
No.
Nope.
And here's the thing: before anybody gets all surprised, the sad reality is that Anthony, Vinny, I don't know, Vinny, if you know, but Anthony, I know we know. I'm not even surprised they didn't even tell her, because I take a look at what they did to Freddie Smith. I take a look at what they did with Chandler Manson. I take a look at Judy Evans. I take a look at Greg Vaughn. They do not tell you until you get that final page, or you come into work that day and they were like, "Oh, we don't need you."
Wow.
That's unemployment, guys.
Oh my God. So she was probably all prepared and looking forward to it.
And another thing, because I know some people was like really reading this. She even suggested a storyline to the writers. That's another story for another day. But case in point, they had another actress on set who was wearing a wig and who's going to be brunette and coming soon. So we get Jen Lilly for about 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks.
Can I say? I'm just going to pull the. I'm just going to say it.
I can't see Emily O'Brien in that role.
Here's the problem. First and foremost, I'm going to say this right now, right here, right now, on this day. Please, you guys, do not come after Emily O'Brien, because she was just doing a job, okay? She did not have a hand in this. The person that y'all need to go after is unemployed at the moment and forever will be unemployed. KC, which is Ken Corday, and Sony. Because I get that you feel as though, I understand as a writer, you create a story arc that can last 12 weeks. It depends on, first and foremost, like, you go to the actors and everything after you craft the story and say, hey, Vinny, David, Anthony, I have this great storyline here. Days of Our Lives wanted to know, would you be able to join the show for 12 weeks while we do the storyline? Okay, you and your agent, you talk, da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, you meet middle ground. Okay, if Vinny can do 6 out of 12, Anthony can do 5 out of 12, and David, you can do 2 and everything. Okay, now that you know that, you can go back to the drawing board and recraft the storyline to fit the schedule, or vice versa. But to go ahead and recast the role while the girl was trying to figure it all out, that is so uncalled for. That, my friends, is unprofessional. And the fact that you did that, unemployment guy, that speaks volumes, because she was look, Jen Lilly's a mother now, and
it's called the Royal Screw. And honestly, I'm going to say this: in soap world, had they have said, you know what, we got this, and they pulled someone from out of the sphere, not from the show, they pulled someone in to finish the storyline, it would be a little less dirty, ugly, painful.
So wait, let me get this straight. They're having a current actor change roles, like in the just like that, while she's still playing a role.
Exactly.
That like, I can understand, like, when General Hospital does a twin thing or whatever, and
we're
that that's the same person.
Gwen, and 3 days later, we're going to see her as Teresa.
Wow. That's crazy. How do you even have time to repackage the person? Like, at least when GH does that, they send the person away for a month or two to let fans, quote unquote, forget about the person. But how do you do it within that short of time, especially when you already have another actor playing that part? That's crazy.
Let me.
That's why there's been so much press about unemployed man and all. You know, my grandmother always said, the tea doesn't spill drop by drop. It comes sloshing out of the cup.
Mm-hmm.
And then, all the tea got sloshed in the last couple of weeks.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
It is. It's almost, it's just like the Robert Scott Wilson thing, almost, but this is a little shiftier.
Yeah, but the Robert Scott Wilson thing was they didn't want to ruin Ben. They couldn't do Ben without Sierra, and so they sent him off for a week. I agree, but that's the stance that I agree they could have done. That they believed, and they brought him back as another character, a legacy character, but they didn't replace a character mid storyline. It wasn't Casey Moss, and suddenly the next day, all of a sudden, Robert is JJ. They brought him in as a new old legacy character. This is
one we haven't seen.
This is just nuts. But I think we should take the shuttle. David, where do you want to go next?
On days? Or
No,
you want to go GH?
We need to go to another shuttle. You want to go to GH?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
All right, start us off, David. What do you love and hating?
Well, this loss, I guess, let me just say, I can't be surprised about Tracy. I mean, this is who she is, and I know I get upset because of what she's doing, but I like Brooklyn's gumption, how she stands up to her. She's not giving her any shit. I like that part of her. She's not holding back, and I think a lot of it has to do with her current boyfriend. Has a lot to do with her being able to stand up for herself.
We know you're a Chase fan, but you're absolutely right
I am.
as well. But
yes, I am a Chase
right.
fan.
Chase saw her in a way that when she started to see how he saw her, it unlocked a lot. Tracy made a remark about her being her mother's daughter, but actually, she really is her mother's daughter. So I definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah, Lois was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Lois was vulnerable. She was sweet. She was hard when she needed to be. She, she was ride or die. So, and the way Brooklyn came in on my friends. But honestly, the remark, what have you turned into? Oh, honey, don't you remember that she stood above your grandfather while he was begging for his pills? Mm-hmm. I know somebody told you that story, Brooklyn. All right, I wanted to go last because I wanted to try to be nice, but I can't. I just have to say this. I've been dying all night to say this. It's already written. It's already been filmed, so I can't, change anything. But, oh, God, General Hospital, do not destroy Blair. Blair working with Tracy, in my mind, does not make sense. It does not make sense. Do not, General Hospital, destroy Blair.
So you're hoping
I will have a very hard time getting over
Blair
that.
Blair is not her partner.
What?
You are hoping that Blair is not Tracy's partner in this.
I don't. What I'm hoping is, the way they have described Martin's ex-wife, the fact that she is obviously, or right now, they want us to believe she is Tracy's partner. If both of those things are true, what have they done to Blair? That's my big thing. If they turn Blair into, that cold somebody that would be working with Tracy, I don't know. I'm going to have a hard time getting over that General Hospital. We've had our moments, but this, when
I
you
hope
fight
that's
Becky,
not the fact either.
I really hope that's not.
People are saying that she's going to be Martin's ex, but I don't think so. I'm hoping it's for another. She's brought on for another case or something, and that she has nothing to do with this.
David, they're creative. Snicker. They're creative, but there is no way that they could put Blair on this canvas. Candace, go ahead, honey.
Okay. I have so many feelings about all of this, so I'm just going to be the one to say it. GH, Frank, you know you're wrong for this. Here's where I'm going to, okay. You are still in your 60th anniversary. I've said this so many times.
There were so many GH.
There were so many GH people that you could have pulled to do this storyline. With that being said, GH, I have another bone to pick with you. You have so many storylines on your show right now. The whole Sunny, Nina, Carly, this whole, whatever. Ted, I was going to say Ted Martin. Michael Knight has been on the show now for 3 years, correct?
Yep.
About that, I would say.
About that time. You could have told us about his ex-wife a year ago, but you choose to do this now. Here's the thing. ABC, Frank, Dan, Chris, because this was up to you too. You know darn well what you did. You're baiting fans. And it's not just, okay, and let me explain this.
On a 10-year anniversary, mind you.
On a 10-year anniversary, okay?
Thank you.
Here's the problem. The diehard GH fans that's out there, you know what I'm going to say, because I feel you, I see you. You feel as though this is even your show anymore, and it hasn't been for quite a while now. Because the thing is that All My Children, One Life to Live fans came over to General Hospital because of loyalty to ABC. One. Mm-hmm. Two, yes, you did have Sky on General Hospital, so some All My Children fans peeked in to see what was going on. Of course, when One Life to Live was canceled, you had Blair, Star, and Todd go over there with John McBain and Taya. Of course you're going to have them follow you, okay? But that's the problem. You have the fans of All My Children and One Life to Live so happy right now. They have had the Jackson Montgomery. They have had Nora Buchanan. They have they've been told about Erica Kane and Enchantment. They were talking about stuff that was down in Landview. And now you bring the Queen back to Port Charles. And yes, this is going to be Martin's ex-wife, because here's the thing. Hey, Frank Valentini just has you all over it. Do y'all remember the what ifs?
Yeah.
Frank did the what ifs? Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So far, two of his things have come true. Remember when Ryan Lavery met Carly Carreto?
Yeah, Carly and Drew.
And now we have Carly and Drew. There was one where Ted Martin met Blair Kramer. Well, coming soon to General Hospital.
Yep.
I feel you on the whole, I don't trust the writing for this. Because, yes, just like I said, I was iffy about Jackson Montgomery coming to town, because you don't have All My Children writers to write Jackson Montgomery the way that I remember Jackson Montgomery. And I understand they did get it for right now. Scab writers. But with Blair, this is what I'm going to say. There's no excuse. And I'm going to tell you why.
There really is no excuse. But let me remind General Hospital, even though it's already filmed, Blair and Carly were really good friends.
They were cool.
Yeah.
But guess what?
So,
I hope they remember that.
Me too. Me too.
You know?
And I hope they remember who Blair was because. Yeah.
And here's the thing. No, you know what? No, GH, I ain't gonna let you off the hook for this. Hey, Frank, you know how Blair operates. You was with her for over 10 years. You better, and I understand there's scabritis over there. I get it. I understand, but it was following. Let me see. This was like 6 to 8 weeks ago. They were still following Dan and Chris's outlines. Chris, you were there in One Life to Live. There's no excuse for this. There's no excuse if you get this wrong. The problem that I'm having is, yet again, General Hospital, this is stunt casting to take our minds off of the real stuff that's going on in General Hospital. Case in point, I am so over Finn, it's not even funny anymore. Him and Gregory, him and his father, I understand this is a very sensitive topic. I understand that Finn feels a certain type of way, that his father did not come to him. I understand that. But hindsight, I saw the storyline 2 years ago with Sonny and Mike. Hindsight, I know this is Michael Easton's Emmy reel and Gregory Harrison's Emmy reel. I see what you're doing. I'm calling you out on it because this is my problem. Just like we said about Days, there is so much more you could have done with Gregory Harrison that it's not even funny anymore. When I saw Gregory with Elizabeth, you know what I said to myself? I said, Candace, he would have made a good Jeff Weber.
Yep.
What?
With Finn, y'all are really pushing. Look, I love Michael Easton.
I do
Michael
too.
Easton, kudos to you for being with ABC for over 20 years. Okay? I understand the loyalty that Frank has for you and vice versa. But I'm going to say this right now. What's the point of Finn?
I'm going to go back and just do a what if for a second. They had the perfect opportunity to pull Finn back into an orbit we would enjoy. Instead of Carly turning to Drew in the aftermath, when the aftermath of Elizabeth and Finn was happening around the same time, they could have revived that flirtation. Remember the very beginning of Finn and the lizard living in the Metrocort, blah, 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 blah. They could have, because he does not work with Alexis. We know with that they made them friends because there was no chemistry relationship for them. They could have revived
you don't think
that.
They have it?
Finn and Alexis? No, they don't have chemistry.
Finn and Anna?
And they don't know what to do. They do not know how to do this with Gregory because I see what's coming. I see what's coming. Finn is going to discover that it's not ALS. It's some mysterious bug, bacteria, viral thing inside him. And he's going to race against time. Race against time to save his daddy. That's what's coming, folks.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
But guess what? Guess what? You know what the problem is? I'll just say it. I don't care.
I don't 100% not care, but I don't like it, and I'm not really that interested in it.
That's what I'm saying.
I know we'll have a couple of...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll have a couple of Emmy reel-worthy moments, and they'll be really, really well acted, but it's not driving me. It's not driving me to the show at all.
And see, that's the problem, though. They're pushing. Okay. I always say this, and you guys tell me, like Vinny, David, Anthony, what do you think about this? For maybe a couple of years ago, okay, and I'm going back to like after Tony Geary left, right? The leading men of the show obviously was Maurice Bernard, Steve Burton, William Gerard, right? Okay. Who else was there at that time? Tyler Christopher was still around, and such, right? And we always say this about the soaps. It's like you have to start looking towards the next person to take over when the other person leaves. Right. Yep. So, okay, Maurice Bernard, Now, look, he just celebrated 30 years in daytime. Give it up. Okay. But the truth of the matter is there's going to be a day where, sorry, folks, Maurice Bernard does leave General Hospital. And at the time, I said, okay, if he does retire, Steve Burton will get it. Down the line, Chad Duell, stuff like that. How things have changed now. I think they're really trying to mold Michael Easton. Now, granted, Michael Easton does have leading man quality. Hello, Port Charles. Hello, One Life to Live, okay? But they're really trying to give Michael Easton that platform. He has the family
but not in this
drama.
character, though.
Right, not the character because
I don't think this character has it.
No, because they've tried.
No.
Yeah.
I'm going to disagree with you. This character does have it. They have got to get him out of the rut of the same recycle storyline over and over and over again. He's got a personal tragedy that he's got to deal with. Then there's a medical crisis. Then he has the moments of lulling where he's everybody's best friend. Then there's back to the next crisis. He has played the same story. They have played him in the same storyline for the last 4 years. But he does have potential. If they would have thrown him with Carly, if they would actually give him and Tracy an adventure to go on, there are ways to make him the across the canvas character that he could be, but they have never actually given him that material to play with. The greatest scene the other was with him and Curtis. I was like, yes, give him someone else to talk to. He does have it. And the character could have it.
He does have it, yes.
He's the right for him.
He, to me, I just feel as though he's a character that has is now on a time limit. Like, to me, okay, you had, like, again, all the people that he's been with, it has it, like, you paired him up with Elizabeth. Don't get me started, because I feel as though I fall asleep sometimes during their scenes. No offense. I'm bored. With him and Chase, I mean, they tried to make – see, this is the problem. They tried to make this interesting by almost making Chase his son, right? They tried it. They used poor Kim Delaney. Girl, you should have been dead Jenny on But you're trying so much to – just like what we said on Days of Our Lives with Talia. You're trying to make the fans accept this character. We accept the actor because we love Michael Easton. Okay, we know we know he is a good powerhouse of an actor. We've seen it, but what is not connecting? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because he's played so many characters on General Hospital alone, right? That we're just like, okay, this is Cyrus. This is seriously Silas. Just his name is Finn. You tried to give us the heartbreaking relationships. Like, oh, Anna and him. Now, first and foremost, we all know darn good and well. Okay, thank you. Then you give us, I mean, look, at this point, bring Hayden back. Because, and when I say bring Hayden back, this needs to be the end. Because you're trying too much. Like, you're giving us the whole father situation. Like, oh, his son's going to die. Oh, my gosh. Like, oh. And you're right. He's going to race against time to find a cure and everything. But it might be too late. In a heartbreaking episode of General Hospital, Emmy Reel, the great, Emmy-nominated Gregory Harris, Emmy-nominated Michael Easton delivers a powerful performance as the father and son says their final goodbye. General Hospital, weekdays on ABC, whatever time on Hulu. That is what they do.
All right, Vinny, let me ask you this in a way to segue because we got to get to other shows later. Do you think they are finally getting the groove for Mrs. Wu?
I think I actually think Miss Wu is going to play a very key role in one of the in the next big storyline. Because I like let me put it this way: having Miss Wu tied to Gladys, Sasha, Cody, Dr. Montague, that entire storyline, as well as Sonny, that's what I was going to say, as well as Sonny. Let me put it this way. The way you were saying that, and I may be in the minority here, But the way that you were saying they need to get the next big role, the next big leading person ready, honestly, I would go with Cody Bell. And I know I'm going to get hate for that because I know a lot of people don't like the character. They don't like how, how he came onto the show. But you know what? I honestly feel over the past 2 weeks with the storyline, with Sasha being
cleaned him up a little.
Well, they cleaned him up a little, but I think his performances have brought him up to a main event level. I honestly feel like he and Sasha could become a super couple.
I'm almost there. I am almost there with you, and I will say when he broke out Beetlejuice, I done fell off the bed. So I am almost there with you. But I have to say the one thing, General Hospital, it almost fell off, but you got it back. Don't F it up. You got Selena insidious through everything. She has her finger on almost everything that's happening on canvas. You did it years ago. You tried with the Balkan or Belkin or whatever his name was. You tried with Faith Roscoe. Balkan, thank you. Back in the day, you had the original Faison. You have got the Lydia, the perfect Lydia look. She is the perfect actress for this. It is. Yeah. She gives. Oh my God, she gives face, sound.
Her facial features are fantastic. Her facials show everything.
She is incredible, and you have built this. If you play this right, you have built this so well. Use her and go crazy with this.
Absolutely. And that's only going to make the storyline even better.
Yep. Now, moving on just quickly. I am done. Stop torturing Sasha. Let's get this storyline moving. I'm usually not a fan of trying to push storylines quickly. This one, okay.
Dragging a little bit.
She definitely has her Emmy reel. Her Emmy reel is already done. Now let's move this along, people, because now it's like drug torture porn. It's a little much now. David?
I agree to a point. I agree to a point, but let me put it this way. And I put out this tweet, or should I say excerpt? That's what I'm calling them now because they're not tweets anymore. They're excerpts. I put this out yesterday, and I didn't get any reaction, which I'm kind of surprised. But Sasha, in my opinion, is the Ricky Morton of General Hospital. For wrestling fans out there, going back years and years of the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton was always the one in the ring selling. They were the perpetual babyface team. Ricky Morton was the one getting beat down. He was the one selling. He was the one pleading to the people in the front row, help me. Then he would make the hot tag, and his partner would come in and make the save. Sasha is that character right now in General Hospital. I honestly feel with the way that she's portraying the role that she's being tortured by this guy, and believe me, it tugs at your heartstrings. And I can honestly understand why people want it to end so badly. I want the torture to end for Sasha so badly too. But her performances have made it worthwhile to the point where when Gladys and Dr. Montague get their comeuppance, it's going to be legendary.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt, absolutely.
And Anthony likes that word comeuppance.
I love the word comeuppance. I used it not long ago when I posted on Facebook. Yes, the comeuppance is going to be grand, but I think they've got a plan with Dr. Montague. There's more coming there. I don't know what it is yet, but the signs are all there. There's going to be more with him. Her Emmy reels are so. Oh my God, she's so nominated this year. I don't mind keeping her there and changing the method of torture. Not even the method of torture. Making it linger. She knows she's okay. She's got to convince Dr. Montague playing, but the drug-induced, the teasing with Brando. We've had enough of that. We got to move to the next. We got to move to the next date.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, have her more as a hostage rather than keep getting drugged. Because,
Yeah.
you know, and the way that he's playing the mind games, even with the nurses and the staff at Ferncliff by saying, oh, well, you know, it could be anybody that's sneaking in.
I'm sorry.
I do too. It's beautiful writing.
It's great
perfect.
writing. We were all riveted on it. But yeah, let's move to the next stage. Let's move to the next stage. And not with Cody getting in there. That's not the storyline we want to see. Let them figure out another way from the outside.
I don't know.
Candace?
I think I'd like to see Cody fake getting involved. You know, we've seen it before. We've seen it with Jason going into prison to save Michael.
Every once in a while, they got to stop taking the obvious and recycling storylines that have been done how many times. There are other ways to go with it.
I agree.
And let's have a little fun with it. Candace, any comments, honey?
I'm so over this storyline of Sasha being. This is now what year? Technically, year 2, 1 year, 2 years of her just being tortured, and it's not great television. Yes, Sophia has her freaking Emmy nomination if Frank puts her up for a nomination. Okay, let me put that out there. My problem is that I cringe when Sasha starts screaming and she's pleading, no. I'm like, y'all, for real, who thinks this is good television? Right. It's like, it's assault. She's really being assaulted. Yeah. And my whole thing is that, okay, I'm glad that you guys really feel as though there's going to be a big climatic end to this. I'm sorry.
I hope so.
I don't even trust it. And I'm going to say, and look, we've been doing this show for the last, I'm going to say, last time, there's been 7 storylines on General Hospital that should have had a big climatic ending or a big, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened. They haven't done it. So at this point, I'm so used to, okay, yeah, it's a great storyline. When is it going to end? How is it going to end? Because there's 3 ways this storyline can end. Gladys dies, Doctor dies, or y'all going to kill Sasha off. Because for her to take herself out of this misery. I don't want that to happen, but I don't put it past them because I'm looking at the big picture. Now, with Josh Kelly is funny as I don't know what. And General Hospital, kudos because you learned something. You don't have to force a character down our throat. What you needed to do was figure out the character first. Again, don't write as you go. You should have already had this situated out. Okay. Britt and Cody wasn't going to work because, well, Kelly, by the way, happy birthday, Kelly, wasn't going to work because she was leaving the show. 1. 2, you had him be Dante's friend from the block. You kind of dropped that to make him Mac's kid. Why? We will never know. You've been trying to figure out his placement. You had him off canvas for a little bit, and now he's coming in and he's going to rescue Sasha. Is he going to be the one to be Sasha's man? We don't know. But for right now, you found a place for him to be in. But at the end of the day, take him out of it. Look at the storyline. This is not must-see TV. It's to the point where, I'm being honest, everybody on social media has said this. This is freaking offensive. How is this even being allowed? Like, I get the drama, but to me, I'm not even, it's just a cringe. When I say I cringe. So, not good, GH, not good. At all.
All right, one more before we go. Valentine, Anna, I don't even care about Pikeman anymore, but I know I'm going to start caring again in a minute or two. Nina, oh, God, I don't care anymore either. I wanted them to work, then I couldn't stand it, and now I'm just like, oh, God. But,
yeah, I'm over the whole Sonny Nina thing myself at this point. Like, I liked that Ava kind of put her in her place and said, you're marrying a mob boss. He's going to leave in the middle of the night at times, and you're not going to know he's going to be keeping secrets from you. Like, all this stuff. Like, I think that Nina's still under the delusion that she's marrying Mike from Nixon Falls, even though Sonny has obviously come back.
Is.
And, I'm just so done with it.
Nina was a nutcase. True, certifiable nutcase. And this victim role, oh, God, she's a nutcase. Let's get her back to nutty. Because this victim role is and the actress, Cynthia is amazing. But
yeah, she is.
Yeah. But what's his name? Who did I start off with?
Valentine.
Valentine?
Yeah, Valentine. This is another recycled storyline. How many times is it going to... Is he bad? Is he good? Is he bad? Is he good? Is he bad? Is he good? Oh, come on now.
Yeah, but I honestly think that Valentine right now is a red herring because Pikeman's going to be revealed, and if the rumors are true, I don't know if I'm stepping on anybody's toes, but I have heard rumors about somebody from the past coming back, which could tie in to, one of the other actors coming back next week. So I'm anxious to see who Pikeman is and who if the rumors are true.
Well, Candace, you were at the B&B luncheon.
Yes, I was.
Did you hear anything?
I heard nothing. Okay, let me just say this. Dear GH fans, hi, it's me, Candace. What's up? Here's the thing. As far as who's probably messing with Anna and stuff, I don't think we should look too far. Because to me, I think it's Alex. I think it's Alex messing with Anna and blackmailing Valentine. All right. I think for this other thing, like with Cyrus and everything, because I got something to say about that real quick. All right, GH, you gave us something to do with Cyrus. Now my question is about Austin. Okay, are y'all trying to retcon Austin's paternity, or is this a simple, Cyrus was doing your mama good. He paid your way through med school. You owe him. Are we? Because because the reason I say are we changing paternities here is clearly Austin. Y'all do not even have Austin in the ELQ quartermain orbit. So,
that's
again,
a change in writers thing, don't you think?
No,
I don't know because he hasn't even checked in on Leo in how long?
Right.
Him and Brooklyn were doing the sparring thing, and it's been a good 6 months since there's been any kind of interaction.
Right. Like, to me, again, this is why I say, just because you have these people here, and you go ahead and you tie them to a character that you guys don't, some of you guys that's listening don't even know who Jimmy Lee Holt is. Okay?
He was before my time, so.
Right. If you say Jimmy Lee, some of y'all probably saying, wait, Jimmy Bob Evans? Like, Bob Evans? No. Like, Austin is.
He was handsome.
Yeah.
But
I do know who he is.
Right.
I do.
Like, to me,
I've seen him. He was a pinup, so.
Right. Oh, of course. But you have not utilized him at all. Him and Maxie.
Yeah.
I'm up. You trying to make him more interesting. And by the way, I don't know who's over there, but y'all might want to go on YouTube because Mason is the one who had Nicholas, not Austin. Austin didn't check him. Okay, I'm just saying it for a friend of a friend of a friend and me, because that wasn't the way it went. Okay, now. Who I think the person is that is the higher, because Cyrus is a red herring. He is. To me, hey, General Hospital, this is one of those times where I hope you come through and bring somebody back from your let me say this, from your show's history. Not all my children, not One Life to Live. Although it's great to see them, but I wish I could see them every single day, ABC.
Yeah.
For 30 minutes maybe? Okay. I feel as though I'm not amping myself up. I'm not amping myself up because I'm already, like, to me, I'm like, okay, it's going to be such and such's cousin that's on the show already. It's going to be Selena Wu's cousin, who was married to Frank Smith's other son. There you go. That's who it is, folks. We ain't even got to go through all this.
It should be Alcazar.
It should be Alcazar.
It should be Sky.
Well, here's the thing. Hey, GH, just remember you said it was a woman.
It should be Sky.
I know that.
It could be
caught
Faith
that,
Roscoe.
too.
Like, to me, if it's Faith Roscoe, I will pass out.
Me too.
I will pass or it could be Jennifer Smith.
No, not they ruined Jennifer Smith.
Well, but here's the thing. This is where you can do it again, right? Because I don't know what that was. No offense to the actress who's a drama teacher. But I don't know what that was. So with this,
who do you want to come back?
I mean, I heard Ted King was in talks to come back. So that's what made me think that he's going to be fighting.
They've been throwing everything at the wall because somebody said they saw the Jerry Jacks. What's his name?
But see, this is
Sebastian Roche.
Yeah, him, Sebastian. Thank you.
See, I have a problem because General Hospital. I'm sorry, I pay very close attention to your keywords. It's a her, not a he.
Yep.
It's a her. So that's where I kept saying, okay, can you imagine if it's Sky Chandler Quartermain, and I know Robin Christopher is living the farm life. I know and I respect, okay, unless ABC, y'all gave her some money so she can come off the farm. But if not, hey, Gina Tognoni, what's up, girl? If not, Faith Roscoe. I would love to see my Cynthia Preston.
Or have Jamie Luna come in and play Sky.
Hold up, I just got emotional when I just brought up Cynthia Preston. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. You need because that was my girl. Y'all have no idea.
Yeah, no. I'm all about Cynthia Preston.
You know what I'm saying? That's my girl. That's my ride or die right there. But you need to make this epic because you're now making this story a little bit interesting. But again, I'm sorry. I know I'm going to sound like I just don't trust General Hospital. General Hospital has not given me my Springer stuff yet. You have not come through with utilizing. Like, what have they done to Spencer? Is he really the freak ace baby daddy? Because at this point, the way y'all making it sound like him and Esme had sex, and he may be the father of that baby.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to give us a flashback where Portia went in and changed the results.
So, but no, it's not only that. But wait, when did Spencer and Esme have sex? This is where this is the only.
They did. Yes. No. They did. He had the sex to keep her quiet on the island or something. They had sex right around the same time that Nicholas had sex with her, within a 2-week period. I think it was to keep her. Remember, she forgot.
No, I don't think they had sex.
No. They never slept together.
I think they did.
Here's the thing.
Spencer said that they never slept together.
Okay, I'm going to meet you in the middle, Anthony. Check this out. Even though Spencer did say that, I would not put it past the new writers. You hear what I'm saying? As Springer fans, y'all know I stand with y'all 10 toes deep, okay? But I got to be real with what I'm about to say. I do not trust the writers to even come to, because I have a funny feeling the writers are going to retcon that. And because he did not want to hurt Trina's feelings, that's why he said that he did not sleep with Esme. So basically what they're doing is a retcon of what Spencer had already said. Okay? You follow me, Vinny? You see where I'm going at with this, right? Even though we know Spencer said that they didn't sleep together. But because they're trying to put more angst for Springer, right, and everything, I wouldn't put it past them to now say that Spencer and Esme did sleep together, and Spencer didn't want to hurt Trina's feelings. Therefore, we're going to re-question that paternity of that baby. Because I'm sorry, even though that baby is cute as I don't know what, it's too much. They're pushing this agenda too hard.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm just like, yo, for real? Like, No.
All right, we really got to go to CVS because we are
we got to.
well into our time. David, talk to us about the Bold and Beautiful.
Well, let's see. Well, Miss Hope, she went to Liam, and she made her case. She said she would like to try and work things out, and if he can find it in his heart to forgive her and move past it. And she says she understands because you still have Steffi in your heart. I might still have Thomas in my heart, but can you live with that? And he tells her, no, he can't. So we have Sir Thomas coming over and telling Liam how much of an a-hole he is for not forgiving her. And then he makes his pitch. So most of it was around that today, and very little. We had a little of Finn last week, trying to get back with Steffi. She's still holding her own. Sheila's in her glory, hoping that she can get her son back and her grandson. And that was it, unless you count that Eric's upset because Ridge won't help him with his new project, and we know what. So he's got RJ helping him. And that's B&B. Comments?
Danny, have you checked it out yet?
I don't watch. No, I have not. I honestly have not had the time.
Okay. I have made my feelings clear about the whole Hope storyline over the last couple of shows. I'll admit, I did not think that the talk was going to go exactly in that direction. I thought it was very interesting to watch. It's very soapy right now. It's interesting, but nothing is really like, I don't know. I'm sort of just in a holding pattern. Nothing's really exciting me. It was soapy and interesting to watch. Candace?
Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay. I did think they were going to go with the Hope and Thomas stuff. I did, for various reasons. I get that they did because it's very soapy, it's juicy, it's like, ooh, shocking. But half of me knew that it wasn't going to last because of the back and forth of Hope's mind.
Yep.
Here's my problem, is we still have not yet addressed the real reason that Hope has turned to Thomas. And yes,
yep.
I understand that Hope wants to, because I have to do like the whole like psychiatry thing, is that Hope has been conditioned. Let me repeat the word, conditioned, to not follow her impulses, because she's seen what has happened when you follow your impulses. Case in point, Brooke, Ridge, Liam, Steffi, Deacon, all the people in between, right? Okay. She wants to be safe. She wants no consequences. The consequences be damned, okay? Hope kept saying, because of Steffi being involved in Liam's life. Well, Hope, guess what? Steffi has been a part of your life since you was a little girl. Steffi has been a part of Liam's life since they share a child, just like you and him. That's no excuse. And Liam even said that. Now, Liam, I have a bone to pick with you. Anytime your marriage is in trouble or whatnot, you seem to have it in your mind to go across the street to Steffi's house and talk about Hope any kind of way you want, and also thrust yourself, and I said thrust yourself on Steffi, thinking, oh, Steffi is now available. I can do whatever I want with her. You've kissed this woman 2 times. You've come into her house without any boundaries being set. You have an issue with Finn now. Okay, let me take it back a little bit. I understand what almost happened to Kelly changed a lot of mindsets. Yes, Finn, you should not have turned your back on that little girl. But reality, for all those who said something, 9 times out of 10, you or somebody you know has done the exact same thing. Turn your back on a child while a child was doing something, and then you turn back around and they were into something else. In this situation, he took a call. He should have kept his eyes on Kelly, and he didn't. That's one of those life lessons of don't take your eyes off of anything or anybody. And Finn feels bad about it. But Liam, and I understand Liam and Steffi, you feel a certain type of way, especially because you know Sheila was there. But Liam, just because you and Hope are having problems, don't try to put that into Steffi's head of, oh, you know, Finn did this, and Finn was hugging Sheila. Now start to have doubts for this man that you love and let me in. Because, Liam, you have done that. I'm sorry, folks. I'm going to say it like I mean it. First and foremost, yeah, Liam has every right to feel the way he does regarding how he felt about Thomas, okay? Because he brought it up. He has the right to feel the way that he does regarding Sheila. But Liam uses this for each woman. Just because Hope and Thomas are in a good place, Liam brings up the darkest day of their lives, baby Beth. And he's right, because this is why I can't get behind Thomas and Hope, because of that baby. The fact that he knew that baby was really theirs and was going to, however long, keep it a secret, that disturbs me. And plus, yeah, he's done some other things to Liam and to Hope. Liam, however, while he puts that plant in Hope's head, he's over there saying to Steffi, well, you know, I took this video of Finn hugging Sheila. You can't trust him. And then on top of that, of course, what happened to Kelly. So you're trying to get either or to, like, give up Finn and Thomas so they can come running to you, Liam. I see how you operate. What I don't also like is Steffi. I definitely get where you're coming from. You definitely can't trust Sheila. And it's unfortunate that you're married to her son. And you're all like, I don't know if I can forgive Finn for this. First and foremost, Steffi, before he was shot, you never gave him the opportunity to get to know Sheila. You kind of took that away from him. And out of the love he has for you, he values you. He values you and the family. Because Finn even said that. Now, Finn, you kind of was off a little loopy a little bit. You kind of reminded me of your mom a little bit. But I understand where you're coming from. You do not want a good thing to go away. And, Steffi, you still love him. But the obstacle is Sheila. But also, Steffi, you told Liam you can't mention nothing about those kisses. everybody, how many times did Liam and Steffi kiss? 2.
Twice. That
Right.
I know of for sure.
And Anthony,
after that point, yeah.
Yeah. And Anthony, will you tell your spouse that somebody was kissing you?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like everybody's keeping some secrets here. For me right now, and it's funny because Anika, who I met, and she is so pretty, you guys, and Jackie both said there was going to be some hiccups coming up in this storyline. It's going to pivot. Because Thomas has said to Hope, did Liam get to you? And Hope is all like, well, he made some valiant points. And Thomas is like, but I've changed, haven't I? Don't you think I've changed? And for the most part, Thomas hasn't done anything. And see, he had a right to go over to Liam, and Finn had the right to go over to Liam. Because there is too much stirring. It's too much stirring, and I'm sick of it. Hope, take ownership of what you did. Take ownership.
And Liam, take ownership of your life is your life, and stop trying to make everybody. Well, not everybody.
Right.
Stop trying to. No, actually, yeah. Stop trying to make everybody be the person you want them to be.
Right. Just because Hope isn't perfect, like my whole thing is that Hope was the first one to come to you with the divorce. But what made it messed up is like, okay, Hope comes over to Liam and says, can we have another chance? And Liam, you know darn good well this is what you wanted. But now you're going to try to have Hope, really, grovel a little bit. At the same time, Liam, you go over there and to a married woman, to Steffi, and says, I still love you. And then you're going to disrespect Finn and saying, you know what? I could still get Steffi if I wanted to. Like, what the? No.
Who the hell does he think he is?
Bill.
The same,
Bill.
Actually, no. I'm going to tell you what it is. No, I'm going to tell you what it is. See, this is the problem, Steffi and Hope. You allowed Liam to feel this way because, again, when one of you, because when Hope and Liam breaks up, Steffi, you're the first one that's glowing and giggling like, you can come over to my place. When Steffi and Liam have problems, Hope, you're over there like, come on over, baby. Liam knows that he can go to either or when the other one doesn't work out. That's why I always said, in a perfect world, if Liam could, he would take half of Hope and half of Steffi and stitch them up and put them together. The same way with Ridge. But Ridge has gotten better a little bit. Not always. We're still working on it.
Well, I'm going to leave the Bold and the Beautiful with a piece of parting advice. When this all finally shakes out and sorts itself out, the next time you need to mess with a couple, and you will have to mess with a couple, absolutely. Let's take a lesson from Finn. Let's bring somebody else in. You can't keep making these 5 people jump in and out of each other's lives, hearts, beds, etc., etc. All right. Mm-hmm. Having said that, let's take our last rodeo ride over to Genoa City. And Candace, you haven't gone first, so what are you loving about Young and Restless right now?
I'm loving the fact that I met Peter Bergman.
Girl.
I love that fact, too.
I'm sorry. Y'all have no idea. I'm still on the high that I met Peter Bergman. Anthony, I met Peter Bergman.
You go, girl.
I met Peter Bergman. Okay. What I'm loving about Young and Restless is I love the fact that Sharon and Nick are working together. I love the fact that Allison, who plays Summer, is giving it to me. She has made this character her own, and I'm so proud of her. I feel for her, especially, when she, because she understands the consequences of what she did, how Phyllis, used her in her marriage. I love the fact that I'm starting to see a downfall between Nate and all of them. I'm sorry, I was the first one that said who was going to be. Nate is. And I'm loving the fact that it seems like Victoria is doubting him. I love the fact that Tucker told Nate, you need to watch watch Audra, because Audra will seduce you, but she will jump off a ship before it starts sinking, and we're seeing that. I'm loving the fact that I saw Mariah and Tessa 3 straight days in a row, baby. Yes,
Yep.
even though, like, I'm loving the storyline so far. I'm loving the storyline. I'm hoping that they utilize some other people, Devon, into it. I'm loving Nikki. Nicole Reed Newman. I love you. Because you're telling people, you know what? She still got that little gangster stripper in her. She really does.
She does.
So,
because she throws good shade.
Especially at Audra. She's like, she's just looking at her like, girl, please. I'm loving, oh my God. What else am I loving? I'm loving the fact that Ashley is playing Tucker. I'm sorry. Y'all can't tell me she's not playing Tucker. And I think Tucker, and see, the thing is, Tucker doesn't know that Ashley's playing him. No. I love the fact that, again, people may say what they want, but Diane is about, I'm sorry, I've been on the island by myself for a whole year. We're about to see some cracks with Diane. I'm loving, oh, God.
No, honey. No, honey. We were on that island together, tossing that soccer ball back and forth.
Who all was on my
yeah,
island.
I was the one hoping for the best.
Okay. What else am I? I'm loving Daniel and Lily.
Me
and
too. Me too.
Love it. What else am I
And you know what else?
Yeah.
And you know what else I love? I love that they're finally putting Heather in there, because I know I saw online that they only brought Heather in and out in the beginning of Daniel and Lily, and they wanted her in that triangle. I'm glad she's sticking around.
And can I say Val Bloom is gorgeous in person?
She is.
Like, I'm going to say Suleika Silver, who plays Audra, freaking gorgeous. Because Val Bloom was a surprise. She was a surprise there, and Tucker and Trevor St. John. But they're gorgeous. I love. What else did? Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. I think I'm forgetting something though. I feel like I've forgotten something. No, I don't like that. I'm enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the show. There's still some little weak moments, but Young and Russell, so far, to me, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Well, Candace, I second that emotion. I'm still enjoying parts of General Hospital, but 5-6 months ago, it was the exact opposite. I was really enjoying General Hospital, and I was, on the fence with The Young and the Restless. And over the last couple months, I have, the storyline, they have pulled tight. Okay. Do you remember our conversation about Mariah and Tessa? About, I don't know, 2 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
This is exactly where they're going with it.
With the baby?
Mm-hmm.
And I know the baby's got a hearing problem, I think, right? Am I...
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is going to freak out. This is going to be some rich storyline coming up.
Oh, I know what I wanted to say. I know what else I wanted to. I like the Chance storyline now. That him probably going to be the new chief of police.
I'm on the fence with that one.
I'm going to tell you why, because I'm going to tell you why, because here's the thing. Paul always liked the Chance. Go back to 2009. Chance, literally, Paul, even when Heather was with Chance, which we try to forget, Paul really kept saying, like, Chance could make himself, he could be, taking over his job one day. I'm fine with that. And also, Connor Floyd, you're cute too. So there you go.
David?
Did you get to
what
see
are you
him,
loving?
Candace?
Oh, yeah, I got to meet him. I got to meet everybody, including Peter Bergman.
No, I am so loving Ashley right now. I just have to say. And I'm getting the feels with Sharon and Nick again.
I mean, when do you not? It's just something about them that pulls you in.
You remember the scene with the dress and the leg? It reignited the feels for me even, 2 months ago. David, what are you loving?
The whole business storylines that are going on are keeping me glued. Watching Adam beg his father to be head honcho now that Victor wants to merge on his terms and not Adam's. Seeing where Nick's loyalties are going to lie. Will he be tempted with Sharon, or will he stay happy with Sally? I like the Heather and Daniel and Lily. I like how they're making the Restless a little younger by giving us the legacy characters' kids while still keeping the older ones, the senior members, around. So I really have very little to complain about with Young and the Restless. The only thing that I have to complain about is I haven't met Peter Bergman.
Well, I agree with everything both of you said. I special emphasis on Daniel, Lily, Heather, but I am praying. Candace, you said it before that you see the little bit of the cracks, right, with Diane?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm praying. I'm praying. It's got to be epic.
Wait a minute, I have to do this because Peter Bergman, I did tell Peter Bergman, Sean Dominic, what I thought was going to happen. Peter Bergman said, and I'm quoting this, and I'm going to do it real quick in his voice, "You guys cannot believe the stuff that is coming down. It's some great acting coming your way, and I'm just so excited about this storyline."
Mm-hmm.
Peter,
got a
I'm
minute
his
and a
voice
half,
right.
guys.
Well, it's another great episode of Take Two Radio. We want to thank Vinny for stopping by. Vinny, what do you drop off?
And we're hoping safety for Carolyn during the hurricane.
Yes, everybody in the hurricane area, please be safe. Also, once again, Days of Our Lives episode today has been posted on Peacock, so you can see the right episode. But for those who saw next Mondays, you know what it is. We will be back in, 2 weeks?
September 11th.
September 11th.
Yeah.
Okay. Woo.
We're going to have a lot to talk about.
Because there's some news coming down the pike, and hopefully we'll hear something about the daytime Emmys. So who knows? But for now, everybody be safe. If your kids went back to school today, good luck. Good luck for the rest of the school year. Hopefully safety. And we will see you next time.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Thank you all. Thank you, everybody.
Get connected with Take Two Radio on Facebook or Twitter at Take Two Radio. For email updates on future shows, follow at Blog Talk Radio. For previous episodes, upcoming guests, and more, visit Take2Radio.com.